Hey guys, welcome to another video. Obviously this video is different than my previous videos, and that's because it's more of a tutorial. A lot of you guys were asking for how I make my own videos, my cover videos, and I'm sorry that it took so long to make one of these, but here it is. So in this video we're going to go over how I set up the Arturia Minilab MKII. That's my MIDI keyboard, how I connect it with Ableton Live so that we can access Ableton through our Minilab, how I find the right sounds, which are always free because I'm a very cheap person, how I map my MIDI buttons, and finally how I do my live session. So yeah, so let's start, right? So if you're new to this channel and if you find my videos helpful or entertaining, please consider subscribing. It'll help me grow as a YouTuber. So yeah, let's begin. So the first step is connecting our Minilab to Ableton, and we can view that by going to the Preferences tab in Ableton. We need to go to the Link MIDI tab and see that the Minilab MKII is connected well. And you don't have to worry about any of these. I just leave it on my default settings. And there are tons of other resources on YouTube that'll help you configure this in more detail. So right now I'm just going to show you the simple way how I do it, right? So this is the Minilab, and by pressing the Shift button and the 8th pad, I can access Ableton through my Minilab. So that's the shortcut, right? So you can detect this by, you can play a chord. I've had the glass piano instrument on my first track. You can scroll this knob right here, and then it will guide you horizontally through the tracks. And this knob, the bottom right knob, it will guide you vertically through the different scenes in Ableton. Then if you hit this button, it'll start recording. Hit it again. See, it'll start recording. Hit it again and it'll stop. So side note, you need to make sure that the clips launch properly. So you can check that out by, this is a clip, right? And you can go to this button, which is an L, and it'll show you a launch mode, right? And it has to be on toggle. If you do it on trigger, which is probably the default setting, and if you hit this, it's gonna play it, right? But it's not gonna stop. So if you shift to the toggle version and then hit it, you can toggle between on and off. So switch it on, switch it off, right? Yeah. So that's how we do it. Let me just delete this track right now, and let me arm this track, and let's find our sounds for the song Liggi, right? That's what we want. Now for the song Liggi, we need a rhythm section, and I think that's made of strings. So I got plugins here which came with the Minilab. It's called Analog Lab 4. This is Analog Lab 4, and it's a free instrument, right? So let me go to the string section because I think that's the rhythm, and you can browse through by going to types and strings. Let's test the first one. All right, so yeah, sounds like strings, but this is not what we want. Let's go to the second one. And yeah, this is how I find my sounds, just trial and error. So the DX7, right, it's the instrument, and this instrument is very versatile. I use it a lot in my videos, and I really love the DX7 sounds. See, sounds good, right? So I think I'm gonna keep this one. Let's close this out. Even if you close this out, you can see that the Analog Lab 4 plugin is still visible for this track. So let me keep it a tempo of 102 beats per minute, because that's the tempo for the song. To record it, I'm gonna press the first pad, and then it's gonna record, and I'm gonna play my first section, the first bar, and then I'm gonna hit this pad again so that it stops recording. So here we go. See? It's recording pretty well. And hit this again. It's gonna stop. So let's go ahead and find our bass. Let me insert another MIDI track. Let me delete these audio tracks. We don't really need them. Let's go to Analog Lab 4 again. So here we have Analog Lab 4 again. We want a bass right now. And I think I used the DX7 again for the bass. And see, you can filter it this way. Go to Instruments, select the DX7 and the bass section. And I think I selected this one. So let me play this. Sounds good. Close this out. Make sure it's armed, by the way, obviously. So same like before. You hit the second pad to record and then hit the second pad again to stop. Side note, you can make sure that you're properly recording on time by hitting the quantization setting. So go to edit, and then we have the record quantization. I usually do the 16th note quantization because it makes it easier to record on time. So let me record the bass. Let me play the rhythm section again and then record the bass. Yeah, sounds good, right? Now let me put some drums in this track. Go to create again. I'm gonna insert another MIDI track, and this time I'm gonna arm it and hit the drums. So for Liggi, I think I used this one. The percussion is a little weird. You can't play percussion from these pads. For that, I might need to do another video on how you can do that. But so for this, we're just gonna play our percussions from our keys. The percussions, they don't really play from this octave, so you gotta go to a lower octave, right? See? So I want this thing. It's called the kabasa and the egg shaker. All right, so I want this to play. Let me record the third track, and that's gonna be the hi-hats. So those are the hi-hats. Let me add the kick and the snare. Create another MIDI track. And I think I chose the glass kit here. you know, you guys can modify it however you want. You don't have to use these exact drum kits. So let me record the bass and the snares. All right, so I think these are so this is the bass and this is the clap. All right, not the snare, sorry. All right, let me just do the final instrument for now, and that's going to be the instrument that plays the solo, you know. I think the original song, Liggi, Ritviz uses like an Indian classical instrument called the Shehnai. I don't have that plugin right now with me, so you know I gotta make do with the free ones because I'm cheap. All right, so the closest instrument that I found to the Shehnai was the farfisa. The oboe, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's one of those brass instruments, so I think that's why it's a little similar. Okay, yeah, so this is the farfisa. Let me increase the volume actually. Hope you guys can see it. All right. Right. So I'm gonna play everything except the rhythm section. Yeah, so now the part comes where we map our MIDI buttons so that we can do a live session. These 8 pads are going to record 8 of the tracks, and then if I hit the pad button, it's going to give me access to another 8 pads. So as you can see, this has pads from 9 to 16, right? So I'm gonna assign these pads to arm the different tracks. So I do that by hitting the MIDI button, and then I do that by arming the first track with the 9th pad. Same thing, arm the second pad with the 10th pad, third with 11th, fourth with stub, and so on and so forth. So now doing this, now if I hit this one, my first track is armed, right? So I go back to this one, my percussion track is armed. Yeah, so let me go to a different scene. You can see that all the lights are gone because I'm not in the first scene, I'm in the second scene now. So let me start by hitting the first. Now I just armed the second track here and armed this first track here. Let me play this again. And then I arm my bass. See? That's how I do it. And then arm my percussion, which is the hi-hat, and the kabasa. See? And then add the bass and add the kick and the snare. I gotta wait fourth. I was a little off there. So yeah, So it's gonna work now. Yeah. So that's how I arm my tracks, and that's how I play a live session. Obviously, you need a lot of practice to do this. I usually practice a week before I, record a live set that satisfies me. So yeah, guys, this has been fun. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you have any suggestions for me, or if you want me to do a specific cover song or another tutorial video just like this, let me know. Till then, see you later.